his face into her, mouth on him and everything.
He put his face and his mouth on your
On my breast.
Did he put any fingers inside your
Yes. Like, up against me, yes, he did.
This is the exact moment this lady revealed her shocking ordeal during her massage session. October 14th, 2023. A woman sits across from a Westlake police officer in what she said was beyond disturbing. Her 32-year-old massage therapist, Kyle Carthens, went far beyond any professional boundary. It wasn't Carthens' first time doing such a thing, but that very day the victim decided it would be his last. The horrible things that went down in that massage room shouldn't end there. It must be exposed.
I know that you said that he touched your chest. How exactly did he touch your chest? Okay.
6545, 6549.
Like rubbing, and then he put his face into her, mouth on him and everything.
He put his face and his mouth on your breast.
On my breast.
Did he say anything?
Nothing. Nothing. I could barely hear the
Report of
guy.
a two-car MBA on Weaver.
He's like, get undressed, you know, type of. And I did. I'm in severe pain.
I'm sorry.
But I just prayed the whole time. I'm thinking to myself, it gets a hold of somebody else. Oh my God. You know, I mean.
Sure.
It's sickening and it's gross the whole time, but he had his body pressure, like chest here. Bent his chest right here and his face right here.
And I'm sorry for asking this. Was he, just because his face was on your chest, was he licking? Was he doing
just my
anything like that?
breast, just my breast.
Yes, your breast. Was he licking anything like, or just was his head there?
No, he was licking my breast, like groping on my breast and sucking on him and then trying to finger me. And that's when I think he could tell I was starting to get like,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
she's about ready to rise out of here.
So did he touch your vagina?
Yes, he did.
Did he put any fingers inside your vagina?
Yes, like up against me. Yes, he did.
Okay.
This woman revealed that Carthens put his face and mouth on her breasts, pressed his body onto hers, and slipped his finger into her private area. Carthens was not a stranger off the street. He was an employee at Spa West, a high-end wellness center in Westlake, Ohio. Carthens was supposed to provide relaxation. Instead, the victim described something that sounded more like an assault than a massage. 3 days after the event, the officers swung into action and the needful was done.
Hello, sir. Little stone for me. Real quick, boss. Can I have you step out to my partner back there? Just keep your hands where we can see him.
All right, keep your hands where I can see him. Come back here. Come back here. Yeah.
Arms together. You got anything illegal on you? No, I'm on my way to work. Okay. Do you know who I am? Mm-hmm. What's my name? I forget your name. We've been following you. From where? What did you say? I didn't get my real number. You have any other property in the car, man? I'm on my way to work. Yeah, I know. Do you have your cell phone or anything in the car? You just took my cell phone. Okay, I just want to make sure there's nothing else in the car. So. And I don't have it. I just used my phone to call my Uber, so I don't think he has nothing else to call my Uber. Nothing else in there? No. Good. Okay, perfect.
Come on back here.
You're under arrest.
You're
under arrest. For what? There's a warrant for your arrest. Am I being detained?
You're under arrest.
You're under arrest. For what?
He just told you there's a warrant for your arrest. They'll talk to you about it.
For your arrest. They want you for it. Traffic warrant? Yeah. I'll take care of that. Before I go to work, that's how I pay for the traffic ticket, is by getting income. Hello.
Police arrested Carthens while he was riding in an Uber to work, and he faced multiple charges including sexual battery and gross sexual imposition. Although the victim's account was clear and disturbing, detectives knew the case couldn't hinge on just one testimony. They needed to confront Carthens himself to hear his side of the story. and to see if his words would match the evidence or betray him in the process.
At some point, right? I mean, you're touching.
No, my chest wasn't touching her, like, cause this was her hip, so I'm still standing. The only time that I'm seated is when I'm doing the neck and shoulders, or sometimes when I'm doing the feet.
Right.
When I'm doing the feet, I'm seated as well.
Right. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're standing, you're leaning over her to get her out to the hip.
Right.
Then, like, where's your body? I mean, you're over top of her, or?
Yeah, like left hand, right hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the complaint is that her breasts were exposed. At some point in time that your mouth came into contact with her nipple. And then at another point in time that your fingers came into contact with her vagina. Okay? So that's what the complaint is.
Okay.
Now, so I mean, Kyle, what happened? I mean, just make a mistake? What happened?
Yeah. I mean, we did the massage, and if she was her breasts were exposed, and if she was touched in an inappropriate way, I would like to apologize to her if she felt I overstepped a boundary of hers during the massage.
Okay. Well, did she ask you to put your lips on her nipple?
No.
No, you just did it.
I mean, no. I was just like leaning and doing a massage.
Okay. So I don't understand how your mouth comes into contact with it then. I mean, we're both guys, you know. I mean, I understand the urge and what happens. I mean, did it just overcome you and just couldn't help yourself?
It's I mean, it's I don't know what you want me to say during that.
I just want to understand it, that's all.
Reluctance, silence, then the phrase, "I don't know." These are all sellout characters of guilt. It's apparent that he wanted to do it, and he did. But while Carthens did admit to touching the victim inappropriately, there's still one thing he would deny, no matter how many times he was asked.
It was in that upper thigh area, you know what I'm saying? So it may have brushed it because there's oil and stuff during the session. So if it brushed her thigh or something like that.
So you're telling me your finger didn't go inside of her? Well, I mean, she feels it, right? I mean, she's a grown woman. She knows what that is. I mean, did she say anything to you at that time?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You just did it, and then nothing was said?
During the massage session?
When you put your finger inside of her butt?
No, like...
I mean, your finger was inside of her. I know this, right? I mean, I want to believe that you're a good person. I do, right? And what do good people do? They move on from their mistakes. They tell us what happened, they move on, try to make them a better person, right? And that's what I'm looking for here. That's what I believe you are. I believe you're a solid guy, a hard-working guy, and that you made a mistake.
Thank you, man.
Just tell me. Just tell me what happened. Just tell me why it happened. Right?
I'm telling you.
I mean, yeah, sorta. But your hand did just brush up against it. I mean, I think you had a big urge and you just couldn't help yourself. Is that what happened? I mean, just tell me the truth.
I mean,
I mean, it's a naked woman laying there. I understand that. This is the fourth one of the day. You're rubbing on the woman all day long. I couldn't do that job.
I mean, it's just a part of the session, man. But I wasn't.
Right.
You know, I didn't expose myself to her. I didn't,
you didn't
insert my, body parts into her or anything like that.
Well, your finger you did. You put your finger inside of her. Where'd you go right afterward? Because you left immediately. I mean,
4:30 was my last client, so
Right.
I went home.
well, how did it get to the point? I mean, did she ask you to do that? Did she ask you to rub that part?
She did not ask me to rub her.
Okay. Did you think she was coming on to you at all?
I don't know if I should answer that.
Nice.
I mean, 'cause it's like I can't read her body language.
Okay. But you had to have some feeling either way. I mean,
Despite stops and silence, Carthens wouldn't admit to penetrating the victim. He claimed his hand may have brushed her private area only because of the deep massage technique he was using, but detectives weren't convinced. Eventually, the interrogation ended. Then, about a month later, another client stepped forward. She too had seen Carthens on October 14th, and her story raised even more red flags.
The blanket was moved entirely halfway. So every time he moved my butt, it was he probably had visibility of my
Expanded
of my
more and
butthole.
more.
Yeah, like he was probably able to see. He was doing motions like this, really firm with his hand, and then it moved to a point where his hand, and I did have underwear on, but a thong does not cover much in this area. His thumb was probably right around here while he was massaging this. So not only was this opening up, but he was centimeters from my vagina. And he stayed there for about 15 minutes. And my mentality, as most women, I think, he's bigger than me. I'm so far away from the front desk.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna let this massage right out. And like telling myself right now, all I could think was, you know, is he hard? Is he, you know, is he pleasuring himself? I always had to make sure in my mind, are there two hands on me? And there were. I kept telling myself, like, if one hand goes away, you need to say something, you need to stop this. So by the time I thought it was so bizarre and so just inappropriate. By the time I felt like speaking up, it had moved on to the other side, it had ended, but that was my experience as a whole, just staying way too long in an area that shouldn't have been there in the first place without consent, and really, really just feeling totally exposed at that point. So, and that was my experience.
She described unprofessional, uncomfortable behavior during her massage, behavior that matched patterns from the first victim. The case was no longer one-on-one. A pattern was beginning to emerge. But what's most troubling about these evil acts is not the event itself, it's the aftermath.
I don't want to ruin anyone's life. I didn't want to report it because there was no crime committed. It was just more of a consent thing, and it was more of a, because I did spend the whole night, though, if you guys could look up Google search, I spent the whole night searching what's an appropriate glute massage, what's an appropriate hip massage, what's the appropriate draping policy for massage therapists, and I knew at that point that something was wrong.
Yeah.
Him in a bad position if it was innocent. That's why I spent so much time looking, what's the glute massage, what's this supposed to look like, where is the blanket supposed to be during, you know, I didn't want to be that person, but when I saw that yesterday, it was a no-brainer. Something wrong was done to her and to me.
How much time do you think you spent researching it after the fact?
A lot. Probably most that night, actually. I went to bed around 4 o'clock in the morning that night because I was consumed by it.
So if you had to put like an hour time frame to it, how many hours did you put in looking into it?
I would say probably the night that followed, I'd say probably 6 to 8 hours, just as soon as my family went to bed.
As detectives expanded the investigation, more troubling details surfaced. Carthens had been fired from previous massage jobs, not for poor technique, not for customer service issues, but because of similar complaints. Allegations that he had crossed the same lines before.
He's been a massage therapist for quite some time. I don't know, there was a couple different companies that he worked for. He got fired from somewhere for something similar-ish. He's lived on the West Coast and over here and done massages at both places. So there's a very good chance that there's a lot of people feeling the same way that you felt, that
you don't want to speak up. And
With multiple accusations and a disturbing employment history, prosecutors built their case. Carthens was indicted, and in court, he pleaded not guilty. Bond was first set at $100,000, later reduced. He walked free under conditions. But the legal fight was just beginning. In June 2025, a judge ordered a competency hearing. Doctors ruled Carthens incompetent to stand trial. That ruling put the brakes on everything. Instead of prison, Carthens was sent to North Coast Behavioral Health for treatment, while the victim waited in limbo. The case of Kyle Carthens is still unfinished. The charges stand, the testimonies are on record, but justice is paused. Until or unless he is deemed competent, this case will remain in limbo. For now, the women who came forward are left with the hardest part of all, waiting.